Welcome back to Neon Stories.
Hi.
We're two girls that got kicked out of the adult industry. So now we're trying to figure out what to do with the rest of our lives. Today we are sharing some of the weirdest sexual encounters people have ever had who shared them on the internet, because that's a great idea.
I wouldn't call all these sexual. Some of these are just weird.
Everything is sexual with this girl.
You're a pervert with a capital P.
Story 1. First, I want to mention I am currently a biologist, and this story happened, 30 years ago, when I was 10 years old. No wildlife was harmed during this experience, so please don't flame me for it. So there was a chocolate chip starfish we found on the beach one day, and my mom let me keep it as a pet. It was legit legal back then, I swear. We brought it home in a water cooler filled with some seawater. We had a large aquarium at home. I named it Theodora, after an ancient Greek queen. We also had an unchlorinated pool, which sometimes gets algae growths. So I would move Theodora back and forth between the tank and the pool. Theodora loved algae. One July, in the hot sun of that year, 3 of my neighbor friends from the scout troop and I were lounging under a shaded part of the pool after earning our badges.
Oh hey, cool. She was a Girl Scout.
That's awesome. I remember when I was a scout, I won a regional contest because, get this, we set up a cookie stand in front of a marijuana shop. It was hilarious. The prize was actually a fully paid trip to
Disney World.
Yeah. Wait, how did you know?
As I was in the group competing against yours.
Oh. Sorry.
No, I'm still mad. And to this day, I've never gotten a hug from Goofy. Or even a frickin' balloon.
Anyways, back to the pool. So my then 15-year-old, often obnoxious brother comes out and he moons us. The nerve! He then dives back into the pool. We gave him the raspberry and the middle finger. My mom and aunt were in the house, but deaf when I explained he was taunting us yet again with his old tricks. Their attitude and reasoning was because he was the only male on the block that week. Let him be, they replied. So we went back to yapping when suddenly my skinny dipping brother emerged from the pool again, screaming, "Get it off me!" We turned around and saw Theodora, my wonderful starfish, was clutching onto his privates.
Oh God.
Rather traumatizing. And I guess when my scout buddies started bursting out laughing hysterically, he started pulling Theodora to try to get her off to no avail, as I was shouting at him to not pull because she might get hurt. Side note, starfishes don't really have a gender. My aunt heard all the commotion and was also a sea life biologist. Pretty cool, right? She got a bottle of vinegar and dabbed Theodora with a few drops to, thankfully, make her let go. My aunt laughed too and said they both were not in any real danger. Unlike octopus or squid, starfish don't really have teeth. That statement made us all explode in hysterics for some reason. 7 years later, I returned Theodora back to the ocean where she belonged, even kissing her goodbye. During those years, my girlfriends teased my bro about losing his virginity to a starfish. I think I was more embarrassed and grossed out than he was. He would always respond that he was now damaged goods, but Theodora made him a man, and he missed her. Just that thought still makes me uncomfortable.
Story 2. I lived in this really crappy apartment with paper-thin walls with an ex-partner. One evening, we had a round of not loud sex, but still loud enough. Once finished, I hear a knock at the door. I answered and found my new neighbor asking if I wanted to go out for a smoke. I say, sure, and my partner takes a shower and heads to bed because she has to get up at like 4 a.m. for work. We have our smokes and she asked if I would like to come in for a drink. I agree and we walk into her apartment where she is actually having a small housewarming party. She introduces me as the neighbor that everyone just overheard having loud AF sex. The whole party erupts in applause, shouts, and high fives. This is how I meet my new neighbors. Those were legit the best neighbors on the planet.
Story 3, baby. I was living in Japan for a few years. Used to go party up in Roppongi, or however you say it.
Roppongi.
Thank you. It was a party district. I was leaving a club alone at about 4 in the morning to get some food and catch the first train home when a drop-dead gorgeous Japanese girl latches onto my arm and starts talking. Now, there is a huge boning industry in Tokyo, and I'm used to this. So I start telling her I'm not paying for anything and that I'm going home. She tells me that this isn't what I think it is and to follow her. She promises I'll have an amazing time. I'm thinking for sure I'm going to get mugged or murdered or even worse. But I'm wasted. The girl is gorgeous and mostly I'm curious and looking for an adventure.
This sounds like one of those true crime YouTube videos.
So she leads me by the hand, weaving through all these back alleys, and we end up keying into a really nice lobby and going down an elevator through some dark hallways.
Well, you're dead.
We finally enter this room that is floor to ceiling red leather. Like the floor itself has padded red leather. There are benches, a hot tub recessed into the floor, even mirrors placed all around the room. It's weird. I noticed once inside the room that I could no longer find the door that we came in, like this was Legends of the Hidden Temple or something. This Japanese girl sits me down and starts kissing me. Then she stands up and starts doing a striptease like this is GTA 4 or something, and pulls my clothes off. We get into the hot tub for about 10 minutes. She pulls me out and we dry off. She then puts a condom on me and covers us both in oil. We proceed to start doing it all over this room, like on a bench, on weird red leather pillows, on a bed-like thing. She's directing me to all these various locations.
I'm still trying to figure out if this is like an erotica or a murder mystery novel.
I'm pretty wasted, so it takes me a long time to finish. We both get dressed and she leads me out a different way from where we came in. She gets me up to street level, tells me thank you, and gives me a long kiss. I asked if we could see each other again. She says, no, never, and gives me this gorgeous smile and walks off, like it's the end of a romantic comedy.
I think this is a little too wild for even the Hallmark Channel.
So basically, I got lured into a Japanese red leather sex room, had an amazing experience with a gorgeous stranger, and I'm pretty sure dozens of pervy Japanese businessmen were watching us. Sweet mother of God.
He is so lucky he got away with his internal organs. Thank you so much for watching this Neon Stories video. If you would like to support the channel, you can subscribe, and you can also watch more of our hilarious videos. You can also play these videos at your grandma's house, because what could possibly go wrong with that, am I right?